Hey, what's up guys? My name is Stanley and I'm from RC Tank Biathlon. Thank you for watching my channel. So today we're going to give you top tips on how to modify your RC tank for IR battle. So stay tuned. Details. All the details that come with the kit has been deliberately left off the tank. The reason for this is because during IR battles, it tends to get very rough, so there's no point putting all the fancy detail, and it's only gonna break off. So it's gonna get missing. So for IR battle, there's no point putting all kinds of details like the buckets and extra stowage and all that stuff, and all the camo netting. You need to make sure your tank has Magnetise, so it's easy to open and fix whatever you need to fix. And of course, for reliable running, steel gearbox. And a good battery indicator, so when you battle, because there's a lot of games going on, you need to know how much battery you still have. So one of the things that we always recommend, first thing I always change out from my Heilong tanks are the batteries. Okay, I would change them to a 2S LiPo battery, as you can see here. These are the two batteries I use. Make sure they're 2S. 2S equals to 7.4 volts. Okay, it's very close to the 7.2. Make sure you get the 2-cell, 2S, not the 3-cell, which is 11.1. Okay, the higher the C rating, the better. Okay, and the only real difference for these are the capacity, which is 2,800 milliamp hour. Same with this is a 2200 milliamp hour. The only real difference or restrictions for the milliamp hour is actually the size. Sometimes there is some space restriction inside your tank, how big your batteries can be. So it pretty much determines how big a capacity your batteries can be. If you have plenty of space, then by all means get the biggest. I've seen 5,000 milliamp hour. Those are the biggest that I've seen for 2-cell. And of course, buy the best quality money can buy. The myth of LiPo batteries being dangerous in tanks I think it's unfounded if you use a proper charger, a smart charger. And remember to exercise caution by taking a battery out, putting in a fireproof place to charge. It's a good practice. And after playing, always check the voltage, and with the smart charger, set it to storage mode so it will discharge the battery to a safe level. Because if you keep the battery fully charged and not use it after a while, it will bloat. As you can see, this is still good. And that's the thing about LiPo batteries. If you take care of them, they'll be good. And for the amount of juice that they have, this is worth the investment. And I always buy my batteries in the XT60 format, XT60. That means it's rated for 60 amps output continuous, 120 amps burst. Because most batteries come with this sort of connectors nowadays, I would highly recommend changing the original Tamiya connector to the XT60 like this. Also, as you can see here, one thing I don't like about the Tamiya connectors is that it's very wobbly. Sometimes trying to connect them is a pain because it wobbles. It doesn't fit precisely. So this is the first thing I cut off the original tank. Chuck it in the bin. This is the anti-slip sprocket for the T90. As you can see here, there's two rings inside, and this holds the track horns, the track guide horns, to prevent them from coming out. Without these, the track G-tracks very easily. So this really helps to keep your track in, keeps your tank reliably running during the IR battle, because it will get very rough. Something that a lot of people don't know is springs. So if the stock springs may be a little bit soft, it's time to change to upgraded springs, because it does help to keep the track in place. If your spring is too soft, it will detrack really easily. So a good idea is to upgrade your springs. Of course, reinforce your hull. That'll be good. It's a good idea as well. For the IR receiver, the IR receiver must not be obstructed in any way. They must not have a detail that's blocking it, because if that happens, somebody shooting from that angle may not be able to hit your tank, and that's not fair. So you can have hidden receivers, but it must be clear of obstruction. So if you want to put your receivers hidden inside here, like what they have from RC Tank Australia for the Panther and the Tiger copulas, you can have that, but as long as nothing blocking it, it's fine. A good example is this. This is the Piranha. Okay, it has receivers built inside here, and also I added on the blue ring. I don't know why they call this blue ring, but it lights up very brightly when it gets hit, so it's very clear to be seen from all corners that we get shot. So this actually was a IR emitter inside, but I removed it and moved it onto the barrel because I want the emitter to follow the barrel. So when we play on our battlefield terrain, as you know, it's quite hilly and there's a lot of elevation change. And if it's flat, then this is perfect because you don't have to worry about barrel elevation. But on a 3D surface like our battlefield, it's important to have elevation for your IR emitter. So we put it for the Challenger. I put it inside here, and of course other tanks have different solutions. It's important that you need to shroud this this IR emitter. Okay, you can't really see it here, but the rules state that from the dome of the IR of the LED, it needs to have about 10 millimeters from the very tip of the LED all the way to the end. That way, this rule actually is meant to control the spread of your IR LED beam. It needs to be a very narrow beam versus a very wide beam. Wide beam is not fair because one shot from your LED that is not shielded or shrouded, it will hit like a big splash, you know, like a big splash of light, which is not fair. So to make it more fair, we enforce the rule of the shroud, and the receiver must be unobstructed, minimum of 10 millimeters off all the surfaces, like so. Okay, this is the Piranha with the 3D printed casing. It's another top tip for you guys if you're running this to play with IR system, right? Okay, on your CN3 there's two wires that come down from your BB unit, the end switch. It goes all the way down here. So on the BB unit, this is the limit switch. So basically, when your BB unit cycles, it touches the switch at the end, then only it fires. Problem is, if you're running the airsoft unit, it takes a really long time just to cycle unit. And in IR battle, you want something that fires instantaneously. When you see a tank, you shoot. So what you do is that you short these two wires together. Okay, this is a quick hack. I put it on a 5-pin so I know where it will go exactly. So with this hack, basically two wires joined together, it completes the circuit. So every time you fire it, it's instant. Boom, boom, boom. No need to wait for the BB unit to cycle. And of course, in this case, this BB unit has been cut away. And for you guys who want to keep your BB unit, all you need to do is unplug the BB unit from your daughter board over here. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to cut it away like I did. I did it because I need to make sure there's space. You know, the T90 has very limited space over here. Top tip. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's episode about our top 10 tips for your RC tank for IR battle. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And if you like to buy our merchandise, please check out our web store. For more shirts like this, we make custom sub-laminated jerseys. So if your tank club wants to order some, these are great, especially for the summer because they're very cooling. These are specially printed. They are kind of like cycling jerseys. They are rare, but they're far baggier. They're not so slim cut. And do check out my website, rctanklegion.com. And as always, thank you for watching.